Next, we will be talking about embedding forms. So Google, I know probably most of you are pretty familiar with some of the features that Google offers and like Google Drive and Docs and things like that. Google has a feature called Google Forms, and it allows you to create a survey, a form of sorts, to gather information from users. It's completely customizable, and then this information is then created into a spreadsheet. This is what we use for our improvement spreadsheets for those of you who had, or improvement requests for those of you that have submitted one. So this is a great feature when trying to get information. However, I did want to mention that these forms, this information is not imported into Helpful Village. So this, whatever information is then gathered, will then, if you're looking to put it into Helpful Village, will need to be manually inputted. So I will show you how to embed this. So once we've already created a form, which we have here, we can see here any responses, which we see 0 responses. Now to share this, we're gonna go ahead up here and click this send button. So you can send these via email to people, you can share links. Now to embed this, we're gonna come over here to these brackets and we see here the embedded HTML. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm actually gonna put 1000. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this, or you can click here, copy. And then on our platform, we're gonna come down to admin, settings, and then I'm gonna go ahead and click editable pages. Here I can see the current list of editable pages. I'm gonna go ahead and select new. And what I could come in here is say survey, events, survey. Another great feature that we just announced is having the possibility of who can see what editable pages. So here I can say, okay, I only want people who are admin to be able to see this. I only want active members, active volunteers and members, or public. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this a public page. And then when I come down here, I see that these same brackets here on the source code. I'm gonna go ahead and click that. And then I'm gonna copy and paste, and we see this iframe from Google that I get copied from the forms. I'm gonna go ahead and click OK, and then we see here that the form has now been embedded, and if I go ahead and click save, we see here that I am taken to a page within the platform that also contains a survey that I could then go through and say, and fill this out, or have a member, volunteer, public, and so forth. And then when I'm done, you can click submit. So
that's really good. I think you can add, just so make sure you don't forget when you submit, and maybe want to explain where that goes.
Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, that information then goes into a Google spreadsheet or into responses here that you can open into a spreadsheet as well. So that information is not held within Helpful Village, but any of that information that you do take, you can then move into Helpful Village.